The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on.
Hey, my cosmic cousins, it's your girl Nova Charm, and welcome to another episode of Astrology Tea with Nova Charm. Now, I hope y'all ain't sick of me, because every time I pop up over here, we got another planet going in retrograde, or we got a full or new moon, something going on. But I got to make sure I keep y'all plugged in and informed, okay? And on this episode, I am going to give you all the tea that you need to know about this Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, which actually begs us to reevaluate our foundation, our emotional security, and our personal sense of abundance. But before we get too deep into it, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this cosmic tea that I want to sip with you. Now let's get into it. Now on November 11th, which of course that's an 11/11, a portal day, okay? Jupiter decides to go retrograde. It decides to have us take a look back and has us do an internal assessment before the true healthy expansion can occur. Now, Jupiter in astrology represents the teacher. It wants you to grow, it wants you to gain wisdom, and it wants you to gain abundance. Now, when it's in retrograde, it does ask you, are your beliefs supporting your true self? Now, the energy of Cancer, it represents the home, that nurturing, that emotion, that security, that family. So when those energies are fused in together, it gives you an intense review of where and how you seek emotional security and your abundance. And it's all about building a stronger inner structure. This is about finding true abundance through emotional well-being and not so much financial wealth, even though that's nice too, okay? Now, because we have so many planets in retrograde right now, it is begging us to take an introspective look in damn near everything, okay? Damn near everything you can think of, we are having to re-examine. Jupiter in particular is talking about that security and foundations that we question, like our job stability, our living situations, or our emotional support systems. This isn't a collapse. This is more like a recalibration, you know? This is more of a time of focusing on strengthening what you already have versus taking risk on new ventures. Like really showing appreciation and really displaying that gratitude that Jupiter offers. Another big theme that is centered around this retrograde would be, of course, family and ancestral patterns. During this time, please don't be surprised if old family habits, some of them old hurt wounds, or some of those obligations, some of those things may be resurfacing just to be released or healed during this time. This is definitely a time when you want to set healthy emotional boundaries for yourself. Understand the past without letting it dictate your present security. Another big theme for this Jupiter retrograde in Cancer is your intuitive wisdom. Now, this is your feeling and your gut instincts that will amplify during this time. You're definitely going to feel it. A lot of you will be receiving a lot of spiritual messages. Make sure that you take note of those things that you're picking up on in those messages that you're receiving. Don't be afraid to slow down. Make decisions from a place of inner knowing rather than internal pressure or excitement, you know? And during this time, really follow that inner knowing. Now, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, so that makes this energy even more powerful. Now, the Jupiter retrograde in Cancer will continue until December 5th. Then it will slide back into Gemini until it stations direct in March of 2026. Now, of course, when it slides back into Gemini, you know I will have a video out around that time. But for now, we're going to just talk about the Cancer energy and kind of keep the focus here. So that gives us about 3 weeks. And we're definitely going to the thanks of the giving day with this energy, okay? Now, with all these different transits, please expect the energy of the collective to be emotionally intense and focused on security and transformation. Everybody's a little worried about what that other side looks like right now. You know, everybody's life is going through dramatic changes. Now, because around this time, Mercury will also be in retrograde in Sagittarius, which its home planet is Jupiter. It kind of brings this pairing of this duo of retrograde energies between Mercury and Jupiter. Now, collectively, the effect is like a combination of philosophical questions and emotional pressure. The collective may feel uncertainty, and they might feel hyper aware of secrets, or may be forced to confront uncomfortable truths about their personal and national history and security. Bottom line, shit's going to hit the fan, as if it already has not. But I mean, like, more and more stuff is going to be revealed, more stuff is going to come out, and people are going to be very upset about a lot of things that are going to be discovered during this time. Now, around November 18th, Mercury will go retrograde in Scorpio. Now, this will cause a Scorpio stellium that will have a direct effect on this Jupiter retrograde as well. It's going to definitely amplify that Cancer energy, and it's going to demand this radical honesty. Now, security versus transformation is what this energy is going to bring in. And this creates a dynamic of tension where the deep-seated fears related to home, family, and security are forced into the light to be transformed and released through that Scorpio energy. Now, those financial and shared resources, it's going to be a focus on property and security around this time. Any shared debt, investments, and collective finances, any type of inheritance or national debt or financial instability. This will probably be around the time when we find out exactly what is going on as far as the financial state with the U.S. Like, that is going to be coming to light. And I believe if any time, it would probably be more around this time. Now, keep in mind, we're also dealing with that Uranus retrograde energy in Taurus as well. That's going to be bringing some things to light. And this energy is already disrupting the financial systems, the food security, the land ownership. All of those things are all tied into that Uranus retrograde. So pairing that with the Jupiter retrograde as well as the Mercury retrograde, yeah, it's really hitting us with that 1-2 punch, okay? But a light has to be shone on this so it can heal. And not just no surface healing either. We got to heal it from the root, baby, okay? And that's what Cancer energy brings. Jupiter is basically saying, hey, before I give you anything else, you better make sure that your home is not built on emotional sinking sand. Now clock that T, okay? And that foundation better be built for tough. I mean, honestly, it feels like collectively we're all having a massive 4-hour therapy session about the security issues, and we all just can't skip the appointment. We all have to be there. It's mandatory. So let me give y'all the tea on how this will affect you based on your rising sign. You know I have to give y'all the tea and give you the heads up on this. Now, for my fire sign risings, it's time for y'all to get a little sentimental. I know. But I promise it won't hurt anything, okay? It won't hurt for you to feel. Aries risings, this is actually going to be in your 4th house of home and family. Now, typically, you're usually the one charging forward. But now the universe says it's time to settle down, sweetie. This is a mandatory slowdown to fix your emotional plumbing. Old family dramas or real estate issues you swept under the rug are demanding a redo. You must build a stronger emotional base before you can launch any of your new conquest, okay? Now, for my Leo risings, this actually falls in your 12th house, which is the retreat and subconscious. This is all about your spirit, babes. And it's time for your spirit to go on a cosmic retreat. But instead of the cucumber water, you're getting a deep spiritual cleansing. Now, past anxieties, karmic debts, and self-sabotage habits are bubbling up. You may feel low energy or craving solitude. Stop overworking and hiding. Heal the stuff that you can't see so your next shine, you can be brighter, okay? Now, for my Sagittarius rising, this falls in your 8th house, which is your shared resources and your transformation. Now, Jupiter is your ruling planet. So its retrograde is personal for you. This is about your shared money, your debt, and your inheritance, taxes, and also your emotional intimacy. You are under review for all of those things, financially and spiritually. The universe is demanding you to let go of your major fears or past wounds. It's time for that rebirth, baby. It's time to shed that old skin and reclaim your power. No more emotional debt, okay? Let's clear it out. Now, for my earth signs, your major theme is refining your abundance, okay? Yeah, you already know what it is. Now, for my Taurus risings, this actually falls in your third house, which deals with your communication and your learning. Now, during this retrograde, your voice is getting a necessary facelift. You're reviewing how you speak, write, and you network. Like, you're really asking yourself, are your words really what you mean? Like, those old projects, writing, teaching, local travel may resurface for refinement. Now, clean up the messy communication with siblings or any neighbors. This is about refining your message for greater impact later on, aka it gets greater later. So yeah, make sure that you make those social connections and keep them on a good note, okay? Now, for my Virgo risings, this falls in your 11th house, which deals with your friends and your future goals. Now, Virgo risings, it's time for you to audit your VIP guest list, okay? You are currently reviewing your friends, your network, and your long-term goals. The question coming up a lot for you is, are your dreams still feeding your soul, or are they stale? Now, Virgo risings, I need y'all to be open because some of these friendships might naturally fall away. Now, this is definitely going to force you to ask yourself who your true people is. Like, who is my true people who are down for me, who are the ones that really have my back. Now, invest only in the connections that support your highest vision. Once you find that out, make sure you stick to that list, okay? Be real strict about it. Now, for my Capricorn risings, this actually falls in your 7th house of partnerships and contracts. This is giving your relationship status is under review mode, okay? This is all about your one-on-one connections, your spouses, your business partners, or even your open enemies, because the 7th house deals with your open enemies as well. This is a boundary check. This is the time to ask yourself if these agreements are working out in your best interest. Are you being treated fairly, or is the old conflict or partnership dynamic gaining closure? You're really going to be asking yourself, is this a time to deepen my connection, or is this the time to let it go? You got to figure out if it's going to be for your greater good or not. And if you feel like it's not, then yes, it's time to let that go. Now, for my air signs, your theme for this is the mental and social reset. Now, for my Gemini risings, this falls in your 2nd house, which deals with money and self-worth. And it also deals with your material goods. Now, this retrograde is hitting you right in the bank account, darling. I'm sorry. You are definitely reviewing your budget right now, your income streams, and most importantly, your self-worth. Are you selling yourself short? Are you avoiding major new financial risks because you have that lack of confidence that you can really do it? Come on now. It's time to rework your saving strategy and decide what you truly value. Your story about money and values needs to be rewritten, okay? Now, when it comes to my Libras, this actually falls in your 10th house of career and public image. Now, the spotlight is on your career, but it's a flashback spotlight, okay? You might be reviewing your old career paths, roles, or reputation, social reputation. This is a time when you're really asking yourself, is the legacy that you're building truly reflective of your heart? My Libra risings might be feeling like your success is being stalled. Like, even at work, your promotions may feel stalled, or you may be feeling like you're forcing to find purpose within your current work. This is the time for you to redefine what success looks like to you and on your terms, not anybody else's. It's time for you to really reevaluate what truly makes you happy and what would really make you feel like a success as far as your career is concerned. Now, for my Aquarius risings, this actually falls in your 6th house of health and daily routine. Now, your cosmic assistant is demanding better organization, okay? This is a review of your work habits, your wellness routines, and your service to others. My Aquarius risings are probably experiencing a lot of burnout right now. and there may be some old health issues that may pop up for your attention. Now's the time for you to revamp your schedule, your daily schedule, and get rid of any toxic habits or routines that drain your energy. This is going to be a time where you really want to pay attention to your body and make sure that everything is running the way that it's supposed to be, okay? Now, for my water sign risings, this is your emotional deep dive, okay? Now, my Cancer risings, of course, this falls in your first house of self and identity. And of course, since this is in the first house, this is the most powerful spot. Jupiter is in retrograde in your sign. So, yeah, it's definitely an internal homecoming here. You are questioning your personal philosophy, your image, and your goals. It's all about you right now. Skip the external expansion. Focus on deepening your inner wisdom and your self-confidence. It's time to treat yourself gently and start changing who you are based on who you feel you are and not what other people think. Now, for my Scorpio risings, this actually falls in the 9th house of beliefs and higher learning. Now, you're reviewing your faith, not necessarily religion, but your overall belief system, your old philosophies. You're probably even pondering about long-distance travel plans or different educational pursuits that you are reassessing. Now, you may feel called to revisit an old teacher or revisit some of your traditional just foundations. This energy is definitely calling you out to know what you believe before you start preaching it to others. And the only way to know is by being confident within the wisdom that you have available to you. Okay? Now, for my Pisces risings, this actually falls in your 5th house. This is dealing with the creativity, romance, and joy. Now, this is where you bring your sparkle back. You're reviewing past loves, creative projects, or your relationships with joy. This energy is asking you, are you having enough fun? Now, Pisces risings, please do not be surprised if you have that old fling or that old passion project that automatically just comes up, reappears, and reignites itself. Now, my Pisces risings, y'all might have been waiting for that ex to come back. Trust me, don't take them, okay? Don't take them back. Just use it as a learning opportunity, gain what you need, and keep it moving, okay? This is about internal validation, not anything that is from external. You do not need external validation from anybody, okay? So, Cosmic Cousins, you already know that I have some journal prompts for you guys. So, get ready to get your pen and pads and get ready to take notes. Journal prompt number 1. Where in my life am I sacrificing my emotional well-being for a false sense of security, whether that be financial, within relationships, or career-wise? Now, my journal prompt number 2 deals with home. What does the word home truly mean to me? And what actions can I take right now to create a more safe and nurturing emotional sanctuary within myself? Now, my prompt number 3 is, what emotional baggage or past family stories am I still carrying that I am now ready to lovingly set down? What wisdom has that experience taught me? Now, before you put down that pen and pad, of course, I know I got some affirmations for y'all. And what I would love for y'all to do is to write these affirmations down and put them on your mirror and repeat them daily, or put them somewhere where you can see them and just repeat them daily. Now, my affirmation number 1 deals with security. My security comes from my deep inner strength and emotional resilience. I am safe. Affirmation number 2 deals with growth. I am creating space for true, nourishing abundance by honoring my true intuitive wisdom. And my 3rd and final affirmation deals with self-care. I am worthy of comfort, care, and compassion, and I nurture myself as tenderly as I nurture others. Yes, ashe, ashe. So my final advice for this energy would be, skip the gossip, skip the reckless investments, and skip the dramatic overspending. Your only job for this short, fiery transit is to nest, nurture, and listen to the wisdom of your deepest instincts. When the world is chaos, be your own rock. Now go forth, my darlings, and be emotionally abundant. But before you go too far, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and go ahead and share this tea with a friend who desperately needs a cosmic timeout, okay? And with that being said, Cosmic Cousins, I am out of here. You have a wonderful day.